We in here. What's up with it? What's up, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube? We in the dough, man. What's up? Another beautiful morning to get the day started. It's Monday morning, man. Here we are again. Another beautiful opportunity to get to some places in our life that we say we want to go, man. Hey, because listen, that's all I'm doing. I done truly realized that for me to get to where I want to go, I got to start figuring out some stuff, putting some stuff together, one foot in front of the other, walking and steady learning as I'm going. And as I'm going, I'm growing. And as I'm putting the pieces together, we're going to be able to look back, and it's going to be a beautiful picture of all the different pieces, all the different nuggets and gems and experiences and situations that I was able to go through to help me get to where I'm at right now. And a lot of y'all gonna get to go along the journey with me. I'm telling you, because you go NBA. What's up, nephew? You're gonna be able to get on here and get motivated and get encouraged to be able to do some of the stuff that you said that you wanted to do. Don't be like a lot of times we be wanting stuff for other people, and when we don't get the attaboys and the applause and the claps and everything else, we quit. Because it wasn't really for us. But when you set out on a path to decide in your mind that you're going to do something for you, and you make up your mind that you're going to do it, it's not a whole lot that's going to be able to come in between what you got going on to make you quit, man. And you got to know that. You got to truly understand and know that any and everything that you truly want to do in this life, on this earth, no matter what that is, you can put the plan together. Whether that's going and getting your own business, whether that's getting your own house, buying your own house, buying you a new car, getting property, starting a new career, doing what you love as a job so you'll never have to work a day in your life. Like, right? All of these amazing things can be done, because I'm telling you, if you sit back and you just look at the environment, and you look around and you see other people doing all these great, amazing things, listen, you can do it too. You can anything you see anybody else doing, you can do. I'm not saying you can do anything you see anybody else do, but I'm saying, like, if you got dreams, desires, and wishes in your mind and stuff that you want to do in your life, you can do that. Whatever that is, you just got to start learning how to figure it out and put the pieces together, right? And so this morning on the beginning of the week, on a Monday, do you realize that depending on how you start your morning to how you start your your day, can ultimately shift your whole week and how your week. So if we can figure out, I gotta come straight out the gate, I'm gonna start Monday strong, right? Because if I start Monday strong, then I can finish stronger, right? You owning your week with purpose. And I've realized, man, we all got a purpose. We all got a plan. We all got desires. We all got different things that we said that we wanted to do in our life. And do you realize that if you just continually focus and put your mind to what you want to do, you can do that, right? You win the morning, you win the day. And it's not about tomorrow. It's about winning today. And if you can win today, then you can put the pieces together and do the things you need to do to win tomorrow, right? And how you start your day determines your energy and your focus. You got to set the tone early, man. You got to wake up with purpose. Speak life over yourself and move with intention. Like, a lot of times we be saying we want to do certain things. We'll act like we want to do certain things, but deep down inside, we don't really want to do them. We don't really believe that we can do them. Because if we truly believe that we can do a lot of stuff that we say that we want to do, we would move different. We would move with intentionality and expectation. Like, we'll be moving like, okay, I know I ain't got it right now in this moment, but I know if I just keep on showing up, keep being consistent, keep putting in the work, eventually I'm going to have to run into right smack dap into whatever I've been saying that I want to do. And hey, listen, this is one that I've had to work on myself. I'm not going to even lie. This is one that I had to work on myself. Getting clarity on exactly what it is that you say you want to do. Because a lot of times, and I'm speaking for myself right here, a lot of times I just be going through on autopilot, figuring, oh, I'm pretty good at this, so I can do that, not really having the discipline that I need. That's why I'm telling you, I'm going to come on here and we could be accountability partners to each other, man. Like, this ain't just no solo flight to the whole world getting to see me take off to be one of the top motivational speakers in the world. No, this is a partnership. I'm praying that I can say something that motivate you and encourage you, and you just might say something to motivate me and encourage me, because a lot of time people don't even understand. Sometimes the encourager needs encouraging too, man. Sometimes the encourager needs encouraging too. And so I just be getting on here, putting myself in a position to say, hey, listen, man, I'm putting myself out, giving my audience an opportunity to find me. But at the same time, I'm putting myself out there like, hey, listen, I'm not a perfect man. I still mess up. I'm still learning. But guess what? You can have a visual, right? You can have a visual of somebody that's really going through the motions and putting the pieces together, learning, grinding, doing what they said they wanted to do. And you will be able to see it, because then that should give you the hope to say that, listen, man, God is no respecter of a person. And if I can sit back and watch God do something for somebody else, I truly feel like that I can do it too, because I know God is no respecter of a person, man. And that's why I move like I move, because it done been so many times that I've said I wanted to do this. I've said I wanted to do that. And then as soon as I start getting in a place of doing that and that got hard, I moved back to comfortability. And I started over. And then I figure, hey, I want to do something else. I'm doing this. And then it started getting hard. But in that, I've been learning that, listen, when you learn to go through the hard stuff, eventually it's going to get easy, because you're not only just going through it, you're actually learning on the way. And the more you learn different things, you can learn how to maneuver it. You can learn how to move it and put this with that and that with this, and continually learn to grow so you can continually be better at what you said you wanted to be, man. Right? So when you want to get the clarity, you got to start setting your priorities, right? You got to have like a plan. That way you can reverse engineer. You can know and look and say, this is what I want the end to look like. What do I need to do as far as putting the pieces together to bring the beginning to the end now, right? Write your goals down. And then you gotta attack it with a plan. The little small nuggets that you get here, don't despise small beginnings, because it may not look as huge as you feel like it should look, not realizing that those little pieces, once put together, they will make a big piece. So keep knocking off every little small chunk that you got an opportunity to knock off, and just keep on putting one foot in front of the other. And I can almost guarantee you're going to look up, you're going to turn around, and you're going to be so farther away from where you started and so closer to where you said you wanted to go. And the reason I keep saying where you wanted to go, because you got to understand, we all got different destinations that we say we want to go to. One of my destinations, I will be one of the top motivational speakers in the world. Would that be easy? No. It's a whole lot of stuff I got to learn. It's a whole lot of stages I'm going to have to hit. It's going to have to be some things that I'm going to have to do for me to be able to put myself out there to give my audience that's in the world, right, enough time to catch up with me. And once my audience catch up with me, depending on how big they are, right, and how much they support me and get, because I'm telling you, bro, we all got an audience of something that the creator had put inside of us that makes us so great that we have a whole audience out there that's looking for us. I don't care if you a barber, if you a dancer, you a singer, you somebody who knit coats. What's up, JJ? If it's somebody that knit coats, whatever the case may be, it don't matter what you got that you know that you can do exceptionally well, that the creator has placed inside of you to make that greatness, right? You got to realize once you start figuring this kind of stuff out and you start learning how to maneuver in that area, you right now, as we're speaking, you the worst you're going to ever be. You the worst you're going to ever be. So if you the worst you're going to ever be right now, what does that mean? You can only get better. You can only get better, man. And the more you continually learn and grow and figure it out, put your plan in motion, continually learn the things that you need to learn, it's nothing nobody can do to stop you. Here go another hard one that I had to learn, man. This is another hard one I had to learn, bro. Discipline over motivation. Because you got to realize I'm a motivational speaker, so I can get motivated real easy. And I get motivated for a lot of stuff. But sometimes that motivation fades. And if you ain't got the discipline to pick up where the motivation stops, that's all you is. You motivated. That's it. That's all you're going to be, is motivated. Motivation is temporary. But discipline is what keeps you moving when the excitement wears off, because it's going to wear off. Right? Depending on what it is, the excitement is going to definitely wear off. But then listen, you got to show up for yourself, even when you don't feel like it. I'm not going to lie. Sometimes I don't feel like really just getting up and coming and doing these lives. Sometimes I just say, man, well, I'll probably do it. And then I say, now, when you say that you want to do something, you got to stay consistent. And the more consistent that you become, the more, listen, a lot of people love routine. And people are routine people. And if people know that I can show up here on this day and at this time, and I can get something that I really like, I'm going to be there. I'm going to be there. That's why you see certain people got shows and movies and all it, and soon as it come out, everybody flocking to him because this person has found his audience. His audience loves what he does, and they show up for him. Right? And that's all I want to do. I want to show up for the underdog. I want to show up for the one that nobody thought could ever do anything, the black sheep, the one that everybody stiff arm and told that they would never be nothing. That's who I want to show up for, man. Because I want to show you that it don't matter what they said that you couldn't do. It don't matter what they said that he couldn't do or you couldn't do, as long as you don't quit and stop doing it. You can do anything you put your mind to, right? So, listen, just think about this analogy. Think about your life being a brick. Every week of your life is a different brick. And if you're not showing up for yourself, then guess what? If you're not showing up for yourself, then guess what? You putting these bricks, you're not even building them. You got to stack the bricks, one on top of the other. That's what you do when you keep on putting in the work consistently. You may not show up as great as you want to show up all the time, but I can guarantee you the more that you show up, the better you're going to get at showing up. The consistency going to keep showing up. And the more you do that, you're going to be able to build it. You're going to be able to grind with it. You feel me? Like, listen, man, we going into a time to where the economy been messed up. You feel me? Like, at some point, you got to start figuring out where it is that you say that you want to go in this life, man, and start putting some pieces together. Because I feel like this. This is the way that I feel. It's not biblical or nothing like that, but this is just the way that I feel. I feel like when you give people the authority or the power to determine when you eat. And the way that I used to say it, when you give people the power to feed you, you give them the power to starve you, right? And a lot of times that happens when you depend on other people for what you need to do, not realizing you have something inside of you already that's amazingly great, that the Creator has placed inside of you to do an amazingly great thing on this earth. A lot of times we just think we're good at something, not realizing that if we can just discover what that thing is, learn to figure out where it needs to be used at, and find an audience that need what you got. Or matter of fact, if you just put yourself on display enough, the audience gonna find you. You don't even have to go look for them. They gonna find you. And when your audience find you, you give them what they looking for. And then they gonna go tell other people like-minded like you that think like them, hey, listen. That's just like, just think about this. Appreciate the follow, D-boy. Appreciate, think about it like this. Say you at this restaurant that somebody else done already told you about. So you go to the restaurant to go check it out. And it's everything that the people who told you about it, it's everything that they said it was. What you gonna do? You're not gonna keep it to yourself. You're probably gonna start calling people while you in there. Say, man, hey, yeah, you ever been down? You ain't been over here? Oh man, you gotta come check this out. I'm talking about this going down. Yeah, man, I had, that's just like me. First time I had Kingdom Wings. First time I ever had Kingdom Wings, I went home. What's up? Appreciate the follow, bro. Hey, I went home. I ate it. It was pretty good. The next day, I put it in the oven, warmed it up. It was some chicken tenders. And when I tell you, it tasted almost like it did when the same day, the day before when I got it. I say, ooh. I went up there, had to tell him about it, done a commercial for him and everything. Kingdom Wings, if you want to taste heaven on earth, you come on down to Kingdom Wings. For real. Man, that video went viral, bro. Like square business, man. And so I'm telling you, when you operating in your gift and you're doing it at an optimal level where people just can't deny your greatness, they gonna tell other people that they know, because you got to understand, birds of a feather flock together. So if me and you hang out, at some point, we got stuff in common. Appreciate you, Knuckle. We got stuff in common. So if we got stuff in common, then if I like this and I know you like this, and I go somewhere and I experience something that I know that I'm in love with, I'm going to call you and say, hey, man, you check so-and-so out? Or that's just like me. When I pop them with a good video, what they do, they get to sharing it, commenting, liking. Yeah. And I know, just keep showing up, Doc. Doc, just keep showing up. That's all I hear. Just keep showing up. It's not an if no more. It's when. Right? It's when. Because I'm telling you, man, when you can do what you love as a job, you'll never work a day in your life. But guess what? It's not going to be as easy as we think it's going to be. It's not going to be as easy as we want it to be. But guess what? If you anything like me and you come from where I come from, most of the hard stuff that was supposed to knock us out, most of the hard stuff that sidelined us and derailed us for a little while, and we done made it to this far, say, man, listen. This is what I'm telling you. Hey, we done made it this far. Guess what? The only way we lose from this point is if we quit, man. Do you realize you can put the plan together, man? You can figure it out. All the hard stuff that was supposed to stop us didn't. Now all you got to do is condition your mind to believe that you can do it. And when you believe in your mind, listen, your mind stops before your body do. Your mind give up before your body do. And if you can just keep this strong, the rest of it gonna keep on going. The rest of it gonna keep on going. Yeah. Oh yeah, real quick, cheap plug too, man. I wrote a book about my life, man. This book got all the stories I be posting about on Facebook, YouTube, and all that, man. These some real stories, man, that I really been through, man, that God really brought me out of. Like, I'm not the man that I used to be, and I thank God for that, man. Like, for real. Like, the people that know me, they know God real, Bubba. Square business. So if y'all would like to, you know what I'm saying, all you gotta do is get in my DM, let's connect, holler at me, we gonna figure it out, man. Yeah, straight up. And that's why I tell people, listen, man, you can listen, at some point in your life, you gotta truly like set your mind to say, I know it's gonna get hard for me. But the harder it get, the more I get to learn, the more experiences and the more nuggets and gems I get to take with me. Because there's going to be some people that you're going to meet right there at the same point of the journey that you are in. And it's going to be too hard for them. And they're not going to keep going. They're going to quit. That's what's going to set you apart from a whole lot of other people in the industry that you're in. Whatever industry that you're in. Right? Whether that's, I don't care what hey, listen, man, you got to understand. Just think about all the different needs on the earth, all the different stuff that we got going on that we have need for, man. It's a need for almost everything. And do you realize that the Lord has equipped somebody with greatness to be able to achieve whatever those needs are? And the reason we see so many needs on the earth is because so many people sitting on their gifts. You realize that? Are you somebody who's sitting on their gift? Are you sitting? Do you think you got something, you just feel like you good at it, but because you don't, it's not really doing what you feel like it should do to be able to take care of bills, so you haven't really gave it as much focus as you should have given it, not realizing that little thing that you think you just good at, that you like to do in your spare time, just might be connected to what God needs you to be doing on this earth. And when you do what you love as a job, you would never work a day in your life. Like, for real, man, when I be going in them schools and speaking and stuff like that, man, I almost feel like it's theft. Appreciate the follow, misunderstood. You feel me? It almost feel like it's theft, man, because I really get to go and do what I love. But not only that, I feel like when you get to go and do what you love, you're doing it with more enthusiasm. You're doing it with more passion. You're not just showing up and showing up, like you really being there and you doing what you want to do and you loving it. And I mean, you giving it to them, because you got to realize energy is real, right? Appreciate the follow, fam. Energy is real. You can't create it. You can't destroy it. You can only transfer it. So when you going where you going and you doing what you doing, how are you showing up? How you showing up? You gonna get this me all the time. Because I've realized, man, that to get to where you say you want to go, a lot of times you got to do some stuff you ain't never did. And one of those things is us getting out of our comfort zone, man. We love to be comfortable. Now realizing it's right on the other side of comfortability. Everything that you've prayed for, everything you've desired, you wish you wanted to do. I know you got dreams and desires that you said you wanted. Because listen, I'm going to be the generational curse breaker in my family. I've already said it, right? When I was growing up, it was nobody at my table talking about real estate, owning stuff, LLCs, 501c3 nonprofit, IUL insurance policies, and ways to own cars and businesses. Wasn't nobody talking about that, man. And it wasn't my fault. It wasn't my fault, right? But as I'm growing and I've been opportune and able to be in rooms where they talking about these kind of things and they're doing this kind of stuff, like if I don't grab a hold of it and start figuring it out and learning it, being able to pass it down to the people behind me, then guess what? That's my fault. It ain't my fault that they didn't teach it to me. But if I'm in an environment where I'm learning about it and I know that this is happening in this way and I don't do nothing about it, then that becomes my fault. Because I realize God is no respecter of a person, man. Anything you see anybody else doing, flourishing, growing, being prosperous, living their best life, you can too. At some point in your life, you just got to believe that you can live that life, man. Because God can only do as much as you believe that he can do for you. A lot of times, we don't really understand it, but our belief system off, fam. Yeah, our belief system off. We don't really believe like we say we believe. We want to. We want to. We want to do it. Hey, but it get hard, man. It get hard, Bubba. Yeah. Especially when you got to figure it out on your own. When people see you and they don't really believe either. So they don't really support you. Right? They close the doors on you, not realizing they thinking, oh, well, now they might slow me down. And yeah. And so people don't support you. It's red tape that you got to go through. But listen, just keep doing the hard stuff. Because the more you do the hard stuff, eventually it will get easy. I promise you, it won't stay hard forever. And the more you do the hard stuff, the farther you get to go. The more you get to learn. And guess what? You may be somewhere years down the road. You may be somewhere years down the road. And that hard situation that you thought you were not going to be able to get from under, that you did, it may come up again. And guess what? Your mind is going to start bringing up all the solutions that you had to come up with back there. Appreciate you, Tony from ATL, baby. I appreciate you. You feel me? All the stuff that you had to come up with back there, they gonna start coming up with the solution. And guess what? You might be in a room full of people who ain't never been through it before. And they gonna be looking at you. And now all of a sudden, everybody wanna follow you. Because they was in a situation that they just knew was the end. And here it is, you doing your thing over there. Man, you know, honestly, I want to see the Eagles win, man. You know, that quarterback from Texas, man. I'm from Texas, baby. I want to see the Eagles, man. I want to see that youngster getting one. What's up, Walt? But yeah, hey, I'm telling you, man. Hey, listen. A lot of times, it be the people that go through the hardest stuff, right, that make it the farthest in life. Because they determine in their mind that they not going to give up and they not going to quit. And they have in their mind where they want to go and what they want to do. And they make a plan to get there. And this is what you got to understand, man. It's not about the destination. It's not about getting there. It's about who you become in the journey, what you learn along the way. Things that you pick up along the way that you can help somebody else along the journey. You feel me? That's what this is about, man. And once you pick up that knowledge part of it and understand, listen, it's not about what you can get, but what you can give. And when you feel like that, you start figuring out, hey, man, what can I give to this part of the world? What's up, Paper Route? What can I give? And when you realize, listen, it's not what I can get, it's what I can give. And that unlocks the Bible for you. Give and it'll be given back. Good measure, pressed down, shaken together, running over. Men gonna give it to your bosom. You listen, you don't gotta worry about who not supporting you, who not helping you, who not doing none of that. Because long as it's you and God, y'all gonna always be the majority. And I realized that God know everything about everything anyway. So as long as I stay in close proximity of him, anything that I need to learn on how to do, I'm going to figure it out, man. Hey, it's going to be people that God going to bring along the journey. What's up, Steph? It's going to be people that God bring along the journey that's going to have exactly what I need in that moment. And they're going to say, hey, listen, they're going to be willing and wanting to help you because they see where you at and they see what you need. And they know that, listen, guess what? For some reason, God is telling me to help this person. Appreciate you, Jeff. God is telling me to help this person, and by me helping him, guess what? I've just now unlocked the windows of heaven to unlock for me. And when you look at the world and you say, I'm not worried about what I can get, I'm looking at what I can give, everything that you thought that you wanted is going to come to you. And you're going to realize everything that you thought you wanted, you really don't want it. A lot of that was just some ambitious desires because you wanted to flex on people because you come from nothing. So you wanted to show them that you got it. So you want to go get the new lack with the rims and the candy paint. And you're going to realize none of that matters. Because when you go, you can't take none of that with you. But when you touch on somebody, when you give them life, when you support them, when you motivate them, when you encourage them, and you make them see their life from a different angle, that's going to stay with them forever. Right? Yeah, Jeff, giver not a taker, man. Because this is what you got to understand. Takers ain't got no limits. So if you a giver, you're going to have to set some. And that's why I do what I do, because I realize that, guess what? At the end of the day, as long as I keep on showing up and doing what I feel like the Creator is telling me to do, he's going to continually, listen, he's going to have my name spoken of in rooms that my feet ain't even touched yet. So when I get there, I ain't going to even really have to say a lot because of all the work I've been putting in before I get there. Because I've realized, and as much as you don't like it, I'm finna give you a hard truth, Bubba. Guess what? You are only who they say you are. Right? Listen, you are only who they say you are. If you get in a room of 10 people and the 11th person come in the room, guess what? They're going to believe what those other 10 people say that you are, no matter what you say. So guess what? Keep showing up. Show up for you. Show up for the people that's behind you. Your kids and grandkids and all these other people. Appreciate you, DJ. Show up for them. Keep putting in the work for them. And you're going to realize, man, guess what? This stuff ain't as really hard as I thought it was. Because once you make up your mind and decide that it don't matter how hard it get, I will not quit, your mind gonna start giving you the solutions to every problem. DJ, how you feeling? Great morning. Thank you, man. Thank y'all for the heart me's. I definitely appreciate it, because those are what helps me get the algorithm to show people that there's some stuff really going on in this room, and they need to put it in front of other people to tell them they need to come in here and listen. So I appreciate every one of y'all, man, that's tapping the screen and doing everything that you're doing. I appreciate all of that, because guess what? At the end of the day, all I want to do is come on here and bring value to you. I want to give you value. I want to give you something that a lot of other people may try to gatekeep with. But I've realized in this life, freely it was given, freely it will give, right? If the Lord is steady giving me stuff and I hold on to it and I close my hand, that's going to clog up the pipe. And then it's going to stop. But as long as he know he can send a blessing through me, he going to send a blessing to me. I'm just a conduit. It's going to go through me. And guess what? It's still going to be some residue left in the pipe. So I'm not tripping. And freely he gave to me, freely I'm going to give to you. All you got to do is tap in, show up, open your ears and open your heart, and realize I'm not going to lie to you. I'm not going to sugarcoat nothing. And I never advise you to do nothing I probably haven't already did or I wouldn't do. And I'm going to give it to you 100 every single time. I'm going to keep it gangster with you. Appreciate your gift, Jeff. Yeah, man. Hey, listen. And if y'all don't know Jeff, man, that's one of the guys that I'm in the community with. And I know he does not like this at all, but I'm going to do it anyway. Man, success with Jeff on TikTok, man. He does a live every day at 8 Mountain Standard Time, 9 a.m. CST, right? And he's figured it out. They got a team of people. We got a team of people, and they've actually figured it out, man. They know about the algorithm. So if you're somebody that truly wants to grow on TikTok and they're showing people on how to grow on other platforms, man, you got to check him out. 9 a.m. CST, 8 Mountain Time, Jeff's TikTok Success. You won't go wrong with him, man. He's right there. He's in the you can find him up there in my, what's his name? His name is Jeff, TikTok Success. I promise you, you will, right here, you will not go wrong. Let me pin him real quick. Can I pin him? Yeah. That's him right there, man. You cannot go wrong with him. I promise you, man. He's going to teach you. And most of the stuff, he give free nuggets and gems. All you got to do is show up to a live. That's it. Just show up to a live. And you're going to get, and he's going to give you a lot of the missing pieces that you're missing. I can almost guarantee you that, man. You feel me? So tap in if y'all get a chance, man. Awesome, great dude. Awesome, great team. But yeah, say, listen, man. At the end of the day, I done went over my time. Facebook, YouTube, Instagram. I mean, yeah, I love y'all, but we finna go, man. Peace. Be with y'all.